have been driving myself insane all night and all morning looking for a word. Can somebody please help me figure out the word I'm looking for? Because I've been Googling. I spent time plumbing the depths of my brain. I need help figuring out this word. So, we're playing Pillars of Eternity today. Alchin here, hi. This is their first time here. I don't normally start like this, but it's been driving me nuts. Um, to make something like without passion for reasons that are like calculating. Um, like when someone makes an art piece that they don't really believe in, but they think the market will respond to. What is the word for that? What is. Oh, the game froze. This is not a great sign of things to come. I'm starting way too late. What? It's not like. They're not making it like callously. They're not making it like. But it's like a Lee word. I don't know why like big chunks of my vocabulary are just missing words that I've used 1,000 times in my life. But it's been driving me absolutely crazy. Okay, we're in the sewers of the catacombs. We came down to the catacombs because someone was looking for someone's ghost or something. Too long between play sessions, man. I'm gonna assume no, it's Caed Nua. Midnight. Breastplate, Dundergrow. Oh, it's okay. Well, I see. The group thieves, the stone scroll whale, how do you want to check the thief? No. None of these quests are for being down here. I could have sworn there was a guy upstairs and we took a quest. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah. Today I met Dalton, a retired adventurer in Copperland. He's been hearing the voice of Rowena, his lover and comrade who died at his side almost 60 years ago. In his dreams, she wanders the catacombs beneath the city. He's asked me to venture down there to search for her. So I'm searching for the ghost of a lady down here to use my watcher powers on, or something. As you approach the dead man, you can feel the faint traces of his soul lingering, a stunned uncertainty holding him in place. When you near, without warning, the soul hurries towards you, as though you were a solitary light in the dank gloom of this place, come to usher it away. Its essence invades your consciousness. You are in a different body now, walking deeper into the catacombs. Cloaked in a dark robe with a mask pulled over your face. You're following a familiar path along the canal, heading to a room built around a statue of a figure wearing a robe much like yours. Others await, clothed in hoods and shadow. Ahead is another figure dressed like you, traveling in the same direction. You don't know his name, and that's how it's supposed to be. Out of the darkness, something monstrous grabs the other figure. You turn to flee, but find yourself face to face with a troll. The panic pounding through your brain is interrupted by razor-edged teeth and claws. You snap yourself out of the dead man's memory. The corpse lies in the damp and grimy ground. His hood and mask are missing, and his clothes are shredded. He was a damn meal. Not. Because meal could be a compliment. But to use it in a way that he was literally meal isn't derogatory. So non-derogatory isn't the right. Alright, it looked like you almost lost your footing for a minute. I'm sure that train of thought made absolutely no sense to anyone but me, and I apologize. I can't even explain it now that I'm past the moment. Feels the way when I see into the ether. You really are a watcher, aren't you? Once in a great many generations, one of my people was born with the ability to speak to souls. Usually such individuals become elders, or alone set of tracks in the snow. She cocks her head. I would have thought my journey would be easier if I could see what you see. But looking at you, I'm not so sure. I have no idea either, friend. Believe it or not, I once would have rejoiced to know that I picked a trial of fire in search of something great. But even these gifts come at a cost, don't they? Forgive me if I was a little skeptical of your abilities before. I can't say I've met a real watcher before. Oh, don't worry about her. She just likes doing that from time to time. Seems to cheer her up, so I just let her. Once you've seen it a few times, the shock wears off. Every time she goes a little strange in the face, I try and see if I can hear anything. Kinda grins. Doesn't work so far. See if you can get her to tell you what the spirit said. Wow, they're all so tolerant of my quirks. I'd rather be appreciated, but tolerant is good too. It's a first step to being appreciated, honestly.
I'll go on.
Oh. Every time I press Alt, the game... Oh, I was pressing the Windows key is why. But Alt is... Tab is... Okay, Tab is interactable. We got a troll over here, we got a door over here. I mean, we should deal with the first enemy first.
Yes?
On
Can I
ahead.
get there before the troll gets in position? Mayhaps, mayhaps not. Oh, that's more bullshit. No, 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 no. Oh, I screwed this just as bad as possible.
Get
we
to
go.
our enemies!
Let's
Just
start
say the word.
spending resources. Yeah, we could have friends in this fight. I know how this game works. So what's the difference between domination and the other one? Let's start testing this.
Aye?
After we have everyone pop some abilities. I don't think it's quite worth a fireball. Pop that here. This time I'll probably move into position before then. We should spread these people out a little more to engage this guy, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be possible. Let's try disengaging with the dog for a sec. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
You have had enough charge for a while to bring in the boys. But actually... Okay, I won't hit any friends doing this. Sick. We'll pop that. Turns out melee chanter is Zoe. We need to get him some more armor, honestly, because this doesn't seem to, like, interact with his, like, ability speed. This just seems to go at its own pace, right? So I really only need the ability speed every 3 ticks to pop out a thing. I'm pretty sure starting to cast a spell doesn't interact with, like, your, like, auto-attack cooldown timer. Or it might do, like, an attack
I'm here.
reset. I should
Follow
try
your lead.
seeing if I can, like, begin and cancel spells to reset attack animations. Maybe I could get out free shots with my pistol.
Aye?
You're queued up to do something. I mean, you don't get to do much of anything anyway. I guess we can defend ourselves a little bit.
What?
Let's get you a little closer so you can hold your radiance.
Ready, Watcher.
And do you do anything special? Encounter powers, wounding shot. That one's gonna be my friend in this episode. Oh, wait.
My bow's ready. After him, Ichimas.
I flat out get control over it. Oh, that's so much better. Wait.
You better run! Get to our enemies!
Yeah,
You're
look
mine.
at that. Oh my goodness.
Get
That's
to our
pretty
enemies!
sick. I don't know if it's
You're
worth the
mine.
energy
Settle.
cost over because it's more micro I have to do, and like a good player can handle that much micro.
Just say the
But
word.
I'm about as mediocre as they come. That's really fun though. Oh man, I wish they had like abilities I could cast. They didn't seem to get much of a menu there. I could pretty much only just direct the direction that they... How can I direct the direction? As opposed to directing the... Direction? Hello, Ooze.
Just say the word.
We're gonna use our abilities effectively this fight. We're gonna make a friend. You're gonna pop your defensive abilities so we don't waste any more resource than we need to.
Yes?
They're not close enough yet for me to do anything special with
What?
you.
Yes?
Yeah, you're all good for a sec too, actually. I shouldn't do this yet. I should wait till someone's at like half health. Probably gonna go on you like it always does, but maybe someone's gonna take a big spike of damage somewhere.
Ready, Watcher.
We should plan for the future. You are my mark. Even if I'm not going to be hitting you directly this turn.
Just say the word. Get to our enemies!
Yeah, you're not gonna like do your thing, girly pop.
That's it.
I guess there's no point now.
You better run!
For Aethys!
Man, it's always poor Kana.
Yeah?
My boy doesn't deserve the pain. Got over here. A little bit of coinage. Oh, no, those are backer names, almost definitely. Balloon. Balloon's namesake is an orange-yellow fruit found in Old Valia. These clear gemstones bear a similar yellow-orange color and are often cut like rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. Most of the world's known Valoon mines have long since dried up, and the stones become one of the most sought after in recent years. But it's only worth 65 copper? Okay.
Yeah?
Sure, whatever. Okay, I gotta try. Maybe it's not gonna be backer. It's backer names. The first one's kind of a bummer. I hope it was a temporary missing and not a... Gosh. Let's not think about
I'm
that.
on it.
Let's not dwell on that. Let's get back out to exploring the dungeons in the world with our good friends. I'm kind of scared now that I'm gonna get a new party member soon, because, like, who would I cut? I mean, probably Eder. If I get a caster, maybe Durance. Alot's personality isn't, like, super exciting. I really wish they, like, did more with the other voice. It pretty much hasn't come up since we recruited him, which is a little upsetting. I understand that he probably has, like, a pretty good grasp on it. He's been dealing with it for a long time, his awakened nature, but... I don't know, bro. You introduce this whole other personality, you give it a lot of opportunity to cause friction, and then you never let it breathe, like... It's like a weird writing choice. If it suddenly becomes super important and super talkative for, like, another quest, it's gonna become, like, even more jarring, IMO. Unless they'd make, like, a really good job being something tied to that past life specifically. Like, give it the excuse for the trigger. The bridge here, the other side, it's another full length like this. I think we might as well stick over here. Let's keep walking along the edge down here. We run out of map pretty soon. You see it transitions to another zone. The resource management in this game, because of the way healing works, is interesting.
Just say the word.
I feel like I'm not using enough spells, but I also feel like these fights with just one or two oozes don't justify spell slots. But, like, I'm gonna run out of health long before I run out of spells at the current pace.
How may I help?
Like, look at that. What did I even cast out of this? I thought this was like buff you could cast on other people. I didn't realize it was a self-target thing when I picked this up. That's unfortunate. He's probably the worst character to have that effect. That was something I imagined casting on Vale. Okay. Like, I want to use my cool 3rd level spells, but no fights have justified it yet. It's either been single target Andes or just like tiny little goos.
Just say the word.
Viscous, foul-smelling sludge ebbs in this trench. Let's let him come to us. Let's hold him. You tank here.
Following your lead.
You tank here. You flank. Eder's a little sturdier than Kana, so we'll leave Eder for the single tank and we'll lift him.
Dead on.
So, Eder. Knock down. Oh my god, Eder wasn't even tanking. I must have moved him backwards with everyone else.
Following your lead.
Oh my god, we destroyed this thing.
Ready, Watcher.
Okay, shit.
Yeah.
Can't ping it off myself. So ping it off of Darren's. Okay, perfect.
Ready,
And
Watcher.
she gets this every fight, so I should just be like pinging it with a
Just say the word.
Durance end up so low. Man, I gotta start paying more attention in combat.
Can do.
I always play so late when I'm so tired, though. Kind of destroying myself with these morning naps. I gotta stop taking them. I'll go on the couch at like 7 in the morning and be like, I'll sleep until like 10! And then I wake up and it's like 1. And I got so much energy to do.
Get to our enemies!
My tanks appear to be trapped back beyond the way. Let's protect our dog.
How
Real
may I
quick.
help?
I guess we'll burn some spells and just keeping our dog. If you're not going to use spells to protect a dog, then like... What are you even for?
Lava.
Everybody spells out.
Beyond seek.
I may have gone a little excessive there. I'll be the first to admit. Probably didn't need to
I'm
burn
on it.
high level. I guess it was only a first level spell on him. Didn't need to burn leveled spells though on 2 different casters. That might have been a little overkill. Mostly for the heal on the dog though, so like, you know, you have to understand why I made the decision I made. So dark and spooky here. This game really sells like good ambiance. It's really hard for a isometric perspective like this to sell this level of... Because you want to make things like clearly visible, but you want to like do cool things with your lighting effects. It's an interesting balance to play. Paste. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There's a small Orlan man appears to have pulled together some crates and scraps of cloth, make a rather sorry-looking little camp. The thick fur on his limbs is matted, and his claws smeared with blackened grime. He looks startled as you enter, his eyes widening and
Hail and well met.
After a while, however, he smiles weakly. Hello there. Wasn't expecting any visitors down in these parts. He glances around the dim room. What are you doing down here? I've been a little down on my luck lately. Didn't have anywhere to stay, so thought I'd come down here. Nobody pokes around in the catacombs much. Not until you, anyway. Intellect or stealth? Ooh. Really? Because the catacombs seem more like a place to go when you want to disappear. Aaron looks around the dingy chamber and nods slowly, expression pained. Yeah, I guess that's plain enough to see. Juan sighs heavily. Oh. Very well. It's true. I've been hiding from the knights down here. But it isn't what you think. He ducks his head. It was an accident. It's been hard for me here in Defiance Bay. I suppose I thought if I got involved in city business, if I made the right friends, it would get easier in time. And it did, really. I made a name for myself, a place. People actually listen to me when I talk. Well, they used to. People can get very passionate about these things. We were discussing... I think it was shipping agreements, of all things to fight over. But this one night, this man, he got very angry. I think maybe he had a little too much at the inn. Orm pauses. And I guess he didn't like an Orlan talking back at him. I struck him. He came towards me, and I hit him. He went over like a tree. I guess he struck his head on the way down? Orm lowers his gaze, and then shrugs helplessly. Turns out, he was a knight. The Crucible Whites don't care how it happened. They want me gone. They won't let me live long enough to see the rope. Please, he looks at you with a pleading expression. I just want to get out of this city. The second I can get money for passage, I won't trouble anyone again, I swear it. I'll live quietly. But you can't... Please, you can't tell them I'm here. And he did legitimately commit a crime. The crime being killing. But it was accidental. I don't think he deserves to be killed by the knights. Get out of here, man. But this is... I can't possibly... This would see me out of the city, and well away. This will save me. I'm not sure I could ever thank you enough, but here, take this. I hope it's of some use to you on your journey. You have my lasting gratitude, friend. I should get ready. You've gained an item, rabbit fur gloves, added to your inventory. Were they worth 300 coins, though? Decency is its own reward, okay? But magic gloves, oh my goodness. Crit damage multiplier by 10%. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Rabbit fur gloves appear in ancient fables and bedtime stories for hundreds of years, typically as lucky gifts to individuals of particular virtue. Individuals like this guy right here. The gloves were first mentioned in a bedtime story about a girl who, in the midst of a famine, gave a piece of fruit to an elderly crone. The old women, in turn, gave rabbit fur gloves to the girl, and though it was summer, she accepted them graciously. She wore them and managed to forage enough to feed her family, and a few short seasons later, she became a hunter of uncanny skill. In other stories, the gloves are given to brave warriors, hard-working servants, and honest shopkeepers. The last story to mention the gloves is that of a notorious pickpocket, Sandaron, who lost them when he stole an apple from a wizened old crone. Though the gloves appear to be sewn from the fur of different rabbits, there is no detectable seam between the many-colored pelts. They're soft and cozy, yet when you put your hands in them, your fingers still feel quick and nimble. A rabbit's foot dangles from the left glove, and their natural warmth suggests the presence of essence. Oh, there's like some rabbit souls wrapped up in that thing. Oh, man. That's way more cursed than it lets on, I bet. So I don't think it's better than 2 dexterity. I think that would be insane. But maybe we throw it onto our archer? Stats. What influences crit? None of these stats by the looks of things. I guess, like, technically, I guess perception, because you'd roll higher, and therefore you'd get above the crit threshold more often, now that I think about it. To fucking boost this. And yeah, that 2 dex is really important to her. I guess with scales with... Oh... Your action speed is real low for a ranger. I don't feel about that. Your accuracy is crazy though. Yeah, you're gonna be critting all the time. Critting like nobody's business. Ta-da! Your very own piece of gear. Now you got some way before like Durance did. Ooh. Should I just check out your stuff? Okay, it's just fine. It's just fine. No unique, special, character specific. That's fine, it's fine. If she gets her bow. Alright, and now I can loot all this stuff. The queen that was, and still is. Dear sisters, do you still remember your first deliverance? When you strangled your first wrongdoer, did you see the moment when life became death? Could you see the instance where your victim realized that Wodika forgets nothing? When Woedica takes back her throne, will you face her with pride, knowing that you've held to your own oaths? Or will you be among the word breakers? Woedica teaches vengeance and memory, and while she is in exile, we must be her eyes and ears, that let no injustice slip from record. We may be clenched fists that silence the lying breath. When Woedica takes back her throne, all of the injustices she has slipped through the cracks of history will be righted. The villains hiding in plain sight amongst the innocent will feel the burned queen's choking grasp. Pray that you live to see the day when you will join our queen in this cleansing of the wicked. But no, my sisters, we must be ready to see the end of our days at the return of our queen. For she will take back her throne, but it may be our daughters that serve the restored court. We must continue to live as we have always lived, hated by the other faiths, even though we place our justice above our own well-being. At least the Empire of Aether still holds our creed in proper esteem. It is a proper sign of respect that, by imperial custom, our clergy must oversee a contract that is to be legally binding. For who else understood the value of remembering one's oaths than Woedica's faithful? And let us not count our current blessings, for we still enjoy the support of the Paladin Order of the Steel Garrote, for they understand that society is built and broken by the oaths and rules of its people. When Woedica takes back her throne, my family will know that I was right to commit my life to the exiled queen. When Woedica takes back her throne, the Strangler will stop being a story told to frighten our daughters, but a hero woven into parables that will teach our children justice. When Woedica takes back her throne, she will bring her flawless memory with her. Every transgression, every crime, and every injustice will be revealed. When Woedica takes back her throne, even gods will be spared their due retribution. Damn, okay. How much is that worth? 16 CP? Into the chest it goes. The Daughters of Woedica. Ooh, okay. Okay, in that case then, we'll finish exploring this section, we'll rest, and then we'll come back and grab these supplies after the fact. But I think it's a little early to rest now, but I'd say like 2 more fights? Let's go crazy the next couple battles. Spells out, really explore options. There's gotta be a faster way to move the screen than that. Rolls. Hand camera, mouse 2.
Will they invade on?
This fight is mine!
Okay, that's middle mouse buttons. Middle mouse buttons usually mouse 3. Didn't I say I was gonna go all out with spells? I certainly can't go all out against a dank spore, though. I mean, come on now.
Lava will be on seek.
You have to be like a little generous to the dank. These small, feather-thin spores have delicate stinging barbs, by which they cling to surfaces, passing creatures, and the inside of nostrils. I take it back. We hate the dank. Holy shit, that sounds unpleasant. Okay. Sure. We'll keep that on us. I'm sure movement speed's a useful stat if you actually play the micro game to any amount of skill. And
What?
it's all area. I wish I had some like targeted spell. Okay, can they still tank while they're doing withdraw? Probably not. That seems a little broken. Especially for a first level spell.
Will they invade on some?
I mean, let's find out. This is the time for learning, right?
It's not very helpful.
Okay, yeah, he seems to be like completely out of the whole universe. Honestly, it's not even out of the. Ooh, okay, everybody in formation. There's 2 trolls coming. Okay, this is the kind of big fight we're looking for. This is the kind of resource burning. Okay, so we're gonna focus on the one fighting Kana.
Onslaught.
Until everyone's in position. Let's go slow mode. And then, okay. Aleph, blind some suckers. Endurance. Let's induce some doubt. You don't need them fast trolls. You're fine doing what you're doing. You mark the sky.
Just say the word.
I don't know, dog. Let's have a little more fun with you than we usually do. We'll save till 2 and we'll Phantom Foe some guys. Hey buddy, Durance. That was real close. You got to cast that spell. Is there a reason for that?
Dead on.
Back up a touch, yeah, man.
Following your lead.
Just say the word.
Get flanked, fools!
Athena Molino, Marinarina. Death to our enemies!
What?
That's how it's done. Death to our enemies!
Yeah, jack 'em up, squad.
How may I help?
I don't know, dog. Why not?
Aztec worth and rough!
You're mine!
Oh, did I infect my own boys with... Well, shit.
That's it.
Thickening those nearby. Yeah, no specification.
Just
of
say the word.
friend or foe. Oops. Don't know why you're trying to put that shit in his inventory. In what world? Oh, come on. Just let me get the loot first. You guys probably don't even have eyes. How did you detect us?
Word.
In you go.
Following your lead.
So let's just treat ourselves.
Onslaught.
Just say the word.
Alright, this is a good time to make friends. You would rather get the adult, right? But he's so far back to have to charge right through the line. Let's just get this guy in the back. Should be simple enough. Kana, Curly Pop, you, mark the biggin for sure.
Following your lead.
It's fine. I would like to... Why can't I control Eder?
How may I help?
What's the other spells? What's this do? Well, we don't want to make the mushrooms dumb. I don't think that's going to help our situation. This is going to hit a lot of friends, is the only thing. Well, actually, if I just move Durance out of the way...
What?
And I actually get, like, a pretty sick shot.
I?
Yeah, look at that shit. I don't know who that yellow one is, so I'm going to not hit it. Oh, that's Eder. He's just...
Navaru!
Oh! Kana was a little more in that than I thought. Yikes.
What?
Durance, my buddy, my pal. I'm gonna have to go ahead and heal our boy. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. We put a lot of healing into you just now. You're not even like a little bit healthier. Yeah, this fight's going fucky. I haven't saved in a while either. It's a good thing we found that other camp supply back there, huh? We're gonna need it after this.
Yeah.
Okay, we should make it out of this fight. Let's whisper a little bit more treason. This guy probably.
I am on your side.
He's immune to whisper treason. Okay. Things aren't going great.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to
Yes.
admit. Been kind of a sloppy battle.
Ready, Watcher.
Why don't you go assassinate that guy? He seems to be like causing problems over there.
What?
Yes.
And everyone else here will fight their best to
Aspect, worth, and wrath!
Settle!
Boy needs...
Utkan is down.
Get his head out, folks. Head into the fight. What? Here's a lesson to be taught.
What's everyone else doing over here? Come on, guys. Let's like fight this shit out.
through me.
Just
Oh
say
my
the
poor
word.
dog, oh my poor 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 dog.
You're mine! I'm on it.
God, please,
You
guys.
better run!
I'm begging you, hit him.
Settle!
That was really sloppy. I'm sorry for anyone who had to watch that. I mean, I guess nobody has to watch any of this, but... His body's loot's even gonna be worth... I mean, kinda. Ooh! A dark mask bearing a stylet counts of what occurs attached by a thread to a black hood. Worn together, they obscure the most defining features of the wearer's head. That's pretty dope. I could wear that for just style alone, baby. Need to be like a good disguise though if I have to get into any Woodica gatherings. I was looking for a word that started with W and I just couldn't find one. I almost just said watherings, but I mean that would have just been embarrassing, right? Better just not even try to make a joke. Belittle
Just
the
say
art.
the word.
Well, let's go ahead and quick save after that spicy round. You still got a full bar's worth of endurance.
Following your lead.
I already
Just say
triaged
the
him.
word.
But
I'll have this open in no time.
no time at
As
all.
promised.
Okay, everybody else is getting into position.
Answer.
That was not the position I meant. Oh god. You know what? Everyone just bang, boom, bop, hit a skeleton. Okay, this one's turn. Oh my god, my main character went down. What the hell was that? Oh, a wizard!
I shall deal with this one.
Durance got jacked
I
up
shall.
in that fight. He's exactly enough health for an endurance bar. That's very funny. You're good. You got less. You got... skeletal wizard means skeletal spellbook? Question mark? No. How dare I dream? I don't need books.
Just say the word.
We learn to do by having done. Okay, I kind of want to finish exploring
Leave
this
it
room.
to me.
This time we'll just like position our guys correctly, and everything will be fine. Interesting, interesting. 12 coppers per duck. They really do use the word duck for everything, huh? 3 extra DR for only a 5 speed hit, huh? What are you wearing? You're a melee boy. You probably need to have like a pretty decent DR 10, negative 50 speed. DR negative 35. Interesting. I'd say your speed, that's like a nice speed. Well, let's see who else. Baroness's robe. Oh, you're fine as you are. I could put it on her, but then I'd lose the midriff. Then you have 20. No, we don't want to gimp her access speed any further. She's got really low dex. Okay. What's second chance, though? Oh. His armor's what revives him when he goes down. Interesting. Maybe we should enchant this to fine. I'd put it up to the same. Hey Niku, what's up, my guy? Interesting. I can do an intellect enchantment, you say? What do I need for intellect 2, though? I just need a diamond. Got everything else I need. Oh, okay. Well, let's save up for that. That just seems awesome. I stole this from a wizard anyway. It totally makes sense to make it smart. More little puppies to check. Calling the little grave Hollow's cubbies is on him. Sorry.
You're mine!
I feel like I'm in kindergarten. I'm like, okay, get your book bags from within the skeleton's grasp. Don't forget to leave your lunch
Ready,
in there.
Watcher. Sure.
I mean, thematically, the best place to keep your school lunch is
Just
in
say the word.
skeleton's ribcage. Then he gets to enjoy it in his stomach for a little bit too. I guess we'll camp in this room. It's already got the fire. It's the coziest place. In fact, it shouldn't cost me a camp supply to camp here. He already did all the work. Ooh, she got that damage reduction too, though. 40% healing received, plus 2 movement speed. Okay, so 2 DR, but she's in the back. She doesn't really, like, eat hits that much. So maybe we drop the movement speed on her. So I can, like, micro her at the back all crazy. She can, like, run into combat firing arrows in difficult fights. We can go, like, just slow down mode, and I can... Well, I guess if our tanks are doing their job, there's not really a point in kiting, huh? Yeah, nobody else even has halfway down the list. I have a spell that makes evil flank. This could actually be crazy. So, your spell, your tier 2 spell, so I only have to hit 1 shot. And then I can make all the enemies flank. Okay, yeah. I think 10% damage is more useful than 2 move speed. Okay, this... Right. Then we come over here and get the camp supply that we left. Perfect. I hope I can buff the number of that boof. I hope I can boof those camp supplies, bro. I just haven't done anything up there lately, you know? I hope that I can increase the supply limit of my camping goods so that I may stay out on adventures more often. Surely if I can carry 1,000 swords, I should be able to carry 5 bundles of sticks. Which I will not use the proper term for, but... Potion of Merciless Gaze. Oh! Ranger Girl, I just gave you crit synergy. That's gonna be cute. Oh, next boss I fight is just toasted. Get our front lineman. Eddar's stuck in the back. It's a lot of stress we're putting on Kana. We need to rethink our combat formation, I think. This is fine and dandy on like an open field, but we're having real problems getting our front line in position in these tight corridors. Everybody let's back up a sec.
I'm on it. Death to our enemy!
Nobody's really losing health, except for my dog. Well, you don't have a health mechanic at all, you just have endurance. Oh, well, we should have the dog tank everything. Fuck the people. The dog is the chosen one. Anyway, this is a fine field formation, but we need to, like... Okay, when we're in these catacombs, we want Eddar at the front. We want Kana right beside him, and then we'll put the dog in, like, a flanking position here. To, like... Well, we want the dog on Kana's side, because Kana's pretty weak compared to Eddar. Durance stays here for a healing position. I think we want... You have a lot of spells that, like, do shit in a line. So you need to be able to, like, flank around the situation. So maybe we put you here. We also want to micro you a little bit, because you have that, like, targeted ability. And then put main character girl, like, here. So that she can support the wizard, or she can ping spells off at her. Okay. This is already a problem.
Following your lead.
You come around this side. We want him to kind of come here and do multiple things.
Following your lead.
Then the rest of you can all blast down one target at a time. Oh, let's focus the wizard, actually. He's the only one here that's actually, like, a threat.
Say the word.
Everybody is now flanked.
Hey, Watcher.
You are now shot.
Following your lead.
You're not doing anything yet. You don't need to do anything yet. Let's blind some fools, actually. Perfect, because these guys... they're ranged. They're not going to necessarily funnel into this position. Whatever.
Like worth and rough.
Death to our enemy!
When did
Just say
you
the
get
word.
so jacked up? My god. Are any of his spells just you heal a guy? 13.4 endurance. Is that like per second or something? No, that's just boom, done, one off. Crazy that they call that a level 1 spell. It does not scale at all. I mean, I guess it's literally scaling, but I think with his power stat... How much healing is, like, the, like, circle around his feet thing? Okay, okay, it's over 1.3 seconds, but it maintains itself for... Okay, that's gonna be a lot of healing. Durance, get over here. Perfect, you've already been here, in fact. Second level spell, pop it out.
Ready, got an arrow for this one.
Eddar, you can
Settle.
knock that down. And then Eddar can handle one archer, right? We lost so much health in that fight.
Just say the word. You're mine!
Hey, there's no reason to make him 1v1 spells. Because he can, doesn't mean he should. So I took a lot more damage there than I'd hoped to. Once one of the bones to which his soul desperately clung, now it holds only traces of the life it once held. I'm always happy to have a bone. I don't care where it came from, I don't care what it's clinging to. Life's way more fun with a bone. So... I never asked that guy if he saw Rowetta, damn it. Damn it. I was just so wrapped up in his sob story. I completely forgot what I was
slowly dying.
how dead are we? Hey, are we okay, that was needlessly horrifying.
I shall be discreet.
Was there like a trigger I could have seen for this? Man. Really gotta learn to sneak around. It's just so much slower.
And what does the flame reveal?
You move at like half speed. That should not be the way that you detect traps. A playback error has occurred. Yo, my stream preview died. Things still look good for the rest of y'all?
Found it!
God damn it. I was even going through the trouble of sneaking around and everything. Oh, it's because you're not.
Your lead.
It's a little late to detect the trap. I'm already on it now.
Just say the word.
Vale, why don't you do the job? Oh,
Just
she is
say the
also
word.
failing to disarm the trap. Damn it.
Feels like I ate bad meat.
Okay, that was the most bullshit. I bet there was no traps over at this side if we just went the other way. A lone figure in tattered robes shuffles across the chamber, muttering under its breath. You approach, and the figure halts as it swivels its head towards you. Well, I'm gonna refresh the page the stream's on. I don't think it should do anything to the stream. I just want to fix that playback error. Okay, fixed playback error. Cool, cool, cool. Its haggard visage is a labyrinth of wrinkles and sores, overgrown by a moss-like beard. What's this? Who disturbs Hellig's work? Its voice rattles and gurgles like that of a drowning man. You're Hellig. Dalton sent me looking for a winner. He leans back and bursts into raucous laughter. His threadbare robes drift apart, revealing an amulet, and a ragged wound running from his chest to throat. It splatters a black, viscid fluid on the floor with every cackle. That old fool is still alive. I do hope he doesn't bear a grudge for that incident. It was so very long ago. Dalton believes Orana is in the catacombs. Seems to restrain another bow chuckling. Oh, you could say that. If you were to retrieve my grimoire from Mordred, I'll let you in on a secret. What do you need me to do? When Animancy started gaining popularity, I came to Defiance Bay in hopes of finding a place where my research would be met with more acceptance. Worked at the Brackenberry Sanitarium for a few months when I met Modred. He spits a glob of black blood on the floor. Let's just say Modred and I didn't see eye to eye. Got so bad we were threatening to kill each other on a daily basis. Obviously that bastard made good in his threat. Runs a jagged fingernail along his oozing wound. Sank a dagger into my chest while I was sleeping into my body in the catacombs. And you used Animancy to save yourself. Oh no. He waves a half-rotted hand. This is magic. It took a great deal of rather timely preparation, I must say. Even so, it merely anchored my soul to this decaying husk. Nothing like the life that was stolen from me. And yet, you see what a little ing within magic can do. My mind's my own. My memory is fresh. And my work can continue. And Modred? Modred keeps all that is precious to him in a trunk in his laboratory, just as he stole my grimoire. He offers you a key with a claw-like hand. On your way to Brackenberry Sanitarium, then. Bring me my grimoire and my revenge, and you can have your one. He chokes on a burbling chuckle. If there's nothing else, be on your way. What are those things back there? Just a few personal projects. Sorry souls stuck in their mortal shells. Their flesh is as dead as mine, though their minds are not as well maintained. They flock to me like worms to drakes. They're not half as intelligent, but... He watches as one stumbles into a desk. They serve for my amusement. Oh god, he's fucking those things. We gotta get out of here. What are you doing? Research, a hodgepodge of animancy and necromancy. I have peace and quiet, as well as an abundant supply of subjects. Paramours of you. Okay, we don't need to be here anymore. Goodbye. Oh, hey, it's not flagged as stealing. Makers. Okay, is there going to be 8 million traps on this path to bullets?
I'll take a look.
Done.
He's dead, right? Cool. Let's go the way where we already set off all the traps.
I'll see what I can find.
Oh, there's a body over there we could loot. Okay, here's
Just say the word.
my compromise. We send just the thief,
I'll go on ahead.
so that we don't have a billion idiots stumbling into the traps before she can detect them.
Found it!
Trap disarmed. Hee gun. You like gun. Not as good as current gun. But maybe I wield 2 gun. If 1 gun is good, 2 gun twice as good. Right, squad? I have been meaning to test to see if I could skip the reload by weapon swapping. I threw it into the storage. I could get it back instantly, but I'm way too lazy to. Okay. So we could go further into the catacombs, or we could pursue Skeleton Boy's version of the quest. What's our, like, main story quest? Isn't it to find the Temple of Woodica? Yeah. So that's, like, main story shit down there. I ain't quite feeling main story shit yet. Let's go explore the rest of this town. I'm in defiance of the route set out before me. I will explore this bay instead. Ooh, there's like a whole place up here. Okay, hold on. You know what? It's only main character that's hurt. She stands way in the back. She doesn't have like an actual like dead wound yet. So like, fuck it, we ball. There's no reason to cower. Hey main character Kun.
Just say the word.
Maybe like stop being a sketch. Oh.
Hey, Ansa Wu.
It's always a trap, isn't it? Oh, what a waste of a camping supply. Yikes. Man, I spent the whole night camping and
Leave
that's
it
still
to
going.
me.
Crazy timing on the dissipation. Interesting, interesting. We're gonna toss it in there. Actually, wasn't he wearing mail armor? Isn't that just like a straight upgrade to what he's already wearing? Brigandine. I mean, it is a straight upgrade to what he's already wearing, but I guess we'll wear it. Yeah, look at you, fancy, fancy chain. Yeah, he's off the chain. Because he's in it. Okay. Everybody come stand over here.
I'm
Main
just too
character
good.
Kun,
It's a
and for
curse.
stealth. We're gonna come in here, and we're gonna see what we see, and we're gonna detect any traps before they go off. Right? Right? Very right, very right. Let's put these into the chest for now. We don't need to carry 4 stacks. Yeah, you just toss this all. Okay. So once I get out here, we tap backspace, and now the whole crew is selected. Hello. This whole line is just the same thing, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're going to do a little solo exploration.
Quick and quiet.
Okay, that's gotta be trapped, right? Yeah.
As promised.
We're getting pretty genre savvy. Ooh, hello. It's a belt. It gives you +5 damage reduction to burn and freeze. And when you're hit by a crit, you gain wood skin. Which is an extra 6 to all the physical damages. Okay. It was made of thin interwoven vines wearing a sturdy and elegant loop. It's very effective magics, like the plants and the animals of dry wood. The wearer can contend with extreme temperatures and those of dire need. Magic of the belt lends protection to the wearer's very skin. I guess that's Eder Arcana for sure. Yeah, let's toss it on Eder. No, probably not a ring slot, and probably not seeing many people wearing belts around their fingers, huh? I think it's a pretty cool style, but you can't convince other people when you're ahead of the trail like that, you know? Of course, when you're that far ahead of society, then they're gonna think you're crazy. They're not even ready to comprehend the things that you see and speak of.
Just say the
I know it
word.
very well. Living my whole life as a genius and stuff. Alright, so what district do we head to next? Try and get ourselves down to Ondra's Gift. First fires, look, it's so big, it's so fancy. I think we gotta save it for... Ooh, we go to Brackenbury, though. I forgot that we went through that door to unlock it as a travel spot. I guess we should just go around hitting all the doors from this area, huh?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Just say the word. Just say the word.
Okay, party's gathered, let's venture. Venture up. It's light. Should I tell that guy that there's a spooky skeleton gatekeeping his wife? That he's been boned over by a lich? Should we just leave him, like, peacefully unaware?
Here, kitty. Come on, I want to pet you.
I'm on it.
Is he talking to the fox or about my cat pet? Pretty cool if they interact with the equipment like that. Okay, looks like I can't get to Ondra's Gift from this map, so I guess first fires it is. Hey, Dalton, buddy.
Gods keep you.
I'm still searching, man. Don't worry. We'll totally get her. So he wants me to go to Brackenbury. What other quests we got, though? Persnick. Never found Karenra. Interesting. I haven't really been around the whole map, I guess. I haven't come down here. I probably haven't... Okay, let's, It'd be nice to finish up some quests. How are we doing on our constructions? In 6 hours, the main keep is finished. Okay. Next rest, then. We'll be able to pick a new upgrade there. We're trying to pick some of the shorter stuff next, so we can just get it all out of the way. Okay. Let's not tread all over their performance. Lundala, why does that name sound familiar? The statuesque woman has a gaze that could cut stone. She turns her chiseled cheekbones to the sky and favors you with a look of acknowledgement. Her eyes shimmer under silvered eyeshadow and raise a precise line of kohl. Before you can speak, she throws her hands up in a dramatic fashion.
Good day, stranger.
Autographs after the performance, please! Great art requires great concentration, and greatness is expected from the revel of stars. What do you do exactly? That depends entirely on the demands of the role. She lays a slender hand on her chest. I am the Pallid Knight, the Widow of the Wood, and the Warrior Queen Makka, all at different times. To live a different life each day is a glorious thing indeed, my friend. I suppose I could spare a moment for a fan. We are the finest theater troupe in the city. We believe that the best art is immersive and true to life. She looks at the amphitheater with a rapturous expression. We stage our performances right here in Copper Lane for the edification of all. You take in any new members? But of course! Good drama is a balm to the soul, and we wish to offer a true theatrical experience to as many as possible. What kind of members do you take? We'll take in the new and the old, the tall and the small, the experienced and the inexperienced. Whoever is best suited to fill a role to the utmost. How long do you... As long as they're able to satisfy the demands of their role. She smooths a wayward strand of hair. True acting can be a grueling process, and some last longer than others. Okay. I'm interested, but I got, like, some, like, you know, hero and stuff to do. Maybe when I'm done being an adventurer, I'll come back and I'll be a stage clown. I mean a performer. An actor. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm an arts respecter. I don't know why I said that, okay? Sometimes words just slip out of the mouth. Viserys. As you near, you feel an echo of the man's soul. You see a man cross his arm and stick his chin out. Moonlight and torchlight color his face. Bullshit! The elf stands in front of him with a panicked expression. Are you mad? I've seen it! Aha! The first man cries, raising triumphant finger. You just said you'd only heard it! The elf blinks. What in the name of Galawain's beast does that have to do with anything? You said you'd only heard it. Now you're telling me it's a monster the size of Tuomo with blood-dyed fur. The man takes a step closer to the elf. And now I'm saying you're a liar, Doran. God, Viserys, who cares what it looks like? It's a rabid wolf. You want to say what it did to the sheep? Oh, you saw what it did. The elf throws up both his hands, shaking his head. You want to stay out here all night to see the thing for yourself? Have it your way. I'm getting out of here. Fine. All right. Good. The elf storms off, casting one last glance over his shoulder as he disappears down a hill. The man sets off in the other direction, a sword in one hand and a torch in the other. Within minutes, he comes to a broken paddock where a dozen sheep lie dead, their throats torn and their innards scattered across the ground. It is not the work of a normal predator. Something crunches through the dry grass. Viserys spins but sees nothing. He raises his torch higher. This time, a rustling sound from behind him, near the paddock. He turns again to see a wolf. It's not nearly as large as Doran had sworn, and while its fur is matted with red around his throat and his paws, the rest of the elf's description has proven to be a rather lurid exaggeration. Typical. Viserys takes some small satisfaction in this, even while the wolf lunges for him. Its jaws foaming, and eyes rolling. So the people are labeled with the name. That's clearly a past life because he fucking died. But this guy is labeled with the same name that was used in the story. I don't know what to make of these random people with these little snippets of their lives. I thought I had something with it being like a past life, but... What's up, Gordy? You wanna buy us some Rev? A young boy watches the passerbys and counts a grimy handful of coins. His face and arms are smudged with dirt, but except for the grass stains, his clothes are in good condition. As you approach, he blinks and makes a quick, furtive effort to pocket his coin. Hey, miss, want to know a secret? He wipes his nose with his sleeve. I know a real good secret. Looks like we got a little hustler here. Someone raised this kid right. Alright, I'm sure a squeaky-voiced kid knows amazing things. No, I promise, it's a really good secret. He scampers in front of you and starts talking rapidly. I know this place people hide things, really special things. If you help me, I promise I'll show you. Help you with what exactly, kid? Corey's voice suddenly rises in pitch and tempo. The Crucible Knights have these daggers made out of merch steel. It's the best steel around, except for Durgan steel, which doesn't count because no one makes it anymore. He stops long enough to catch his breath. Anyway, there's this merchant over by the Expedition Hall. He's a dagger made of real merch steel. His eyes grow large and round. He said he wouldn't sell it to me because I'm a kid, and kids don't know anything about daggers. But that's not true! I know a lot about daggers. I know about the different kinds of steel. I know about the crucible make them in a forge. I know the tip can pierce low-gauge steel armor, and the good sharp one can cut through bone. See, I know plenty about daggers. I really, really want this one. And if you chat for me, I promise I'll never ever ask anyone for anything ever again. It must suck. We begin training our daughters with a hunting knife as soon as they can talk. Many can field dress a hare by their 10th birthday. She frowns. I wouldn't trust this kid with a butter knife. Oh my god, I can lie to this child? I can threaten this child. You're too young to play with knives. I'm sure your parents would have told you that or you wouldn't be asking me. Okay, I want to know his secret, but I don't want to give a kid a knife. I don't want to threaten him, and I don't want to lie to him. But if I want to be a real warrior, I have to start training young like the heroes in the stories. I just know I was a great warrior in my previous life. My mom even says I have an old soul. Well, now I'm railroaded into helping him if I want to progress this. Burritos down. I know a real adventurer would understand. He points to a large building. There's a big merchant over by Admin's Den who sells weapons. He's the one with the dagger. I'll wait right here for you. His gap-toothed grin stretches from ear to ear. Over by Admith's Den. That was way back here, wasn't it? Oh my god. Okay, just in the market.
Just
That's not
say
as
the
far away
word.
as I thought. Okay. Fast mode. I guess I only need to go. I don't need to bring the whole party along. For a little shopping excursion. What's in the secret? Near the Expedition Hall. That'll be this guy then, right? Yo, Igrin.
Good day, stranger.
I'm looking for a particular dagger made of merch steel. Just like the Crucible Knights used. Let me guess. You've been talking to that kid, right? I'll be tempted to sell it to you anyways, let the little rascal learn his lesson. But a pack of adventurers already took it off my hands. If Marchite steels are only given to Crucible Knights, how do you get your hands on one? He pauses mid-polish, his cloth sloughing over to the blade. A lot of steel passes through my hands, friend. It'll make it my business to ask where it all comes from. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. You should be careful about your trade and whom you trade with. Trafficking in stolen goods is risky. You can give me a small discount at your store. The Crucible Knights don't need to know where it came from either. Fine, 5% to avoid the hassle. The last thing I need is a shakedown from them. That was my stall being so close to Admit's Den in the dozens. Anything in particular you'd like to see? What'd you sold to? Folk that like that only visit Copper Lane to crew up the Admit's Den or point down the Goose and Fox. Since they weren't heading to the den, well, you've got my best guess. Tell me more about the dagger. Made out of high purity iron that comes out of the White Marsh Mountains. Just like the smiths of the Crucible keep smelting into daggers and swords, which they only give to knights of the Crucible. I'd be surprised that kid didn't already tell you all of this. So I get a 5% discount. Doesn't help when shit's fucking 10k! What's even so fancy about this bow? Ooh, it heals. It stuns on crits. Okay. I'm starting to see the magic a little bit. Starting to see the appeal. I'll consider you. Someday. I'm close, actually. Unique two-handed scepter. I do love the little hand on the end, though. They really make these little art assets so tiny. You can see all the intricate detail in there just barely, but I wish they'd let you, like, zoom in and get a real look at all the effort they put into their models. I bet all these are really good, but just, like, the way the stats are listed in this game kind of just, like, melts my brain. Like, I've heard the term stat block, but it's literally, like, a block of text here. So 16 to 23 damage. It goes against their deflection score. Cool. Extra reach. Great. Makes the enemies less accurate when you hit them. Okay, this could be like an interesting tank playstyle. Rather than using a shield to buff your own deflection, you use this enchantment to lower their accuracy. It's less good because you have to hit the target. It doesn't just affect everyone on you, so maybe that's not anything. Oh, no. Extra crit damage multiplier. It's one-handed, so I could put it on my ranger. Also makes you a better tank, though. Interesting. I don't think I want to spend money on anything like that, if I'm being honest with you. I love uniques, but I'm not a Richmond. Okay, I have to... A +2 intellect helmet. Oh, that's so expensive, but that's so big. Husband was one of the Bishalguin of the Air Glenfath, who received training of Dared Animancers around 2785 AI. When Dunrud Row was founded 15 years later, she was one of the first ciphers to join. Though relatively old for an Orlan, she was one of its most enthusiastic and capable agents. Known as the Dunrid Demon, she was ruthlessly methodical and infamous throughout the Defiance Bay, prowling the streets in her helmet, searching for clues and connections. At the end of the Saints' War, she was over 40, and she was sent to the Godhammer Citadel to search for traces of St. Waidrin. She never arrived, and years later, her helmet was found on the road from Echo Bay. It's got lore, it's got stats. I think I have to buy it. It's a little scary, because, like, most of my money goes into my keep, but, like... +2 int is huge. Makes my mind control last longer. They, like, really give items flavor text in this game. Every unique item in the game has, like, a whole-ass story as to, like, where it came from, how it got so powerful. Like, Obsidian doesn't screw around, man. They go in on their lore. Okay, let's buy the helmet, and let's sell fucking everything. What kind of garbage do we have in here? So many just boring ass straight swords. Where are the buy swords at? Armor. Sword with a little bit of a curve to it. Okay, I'll get here. We just have a lot of generic ass capes in here. No need for all that now. Surely we can get to the point where you're paying me to take this thing off your hands, not... That I want to keep, so I have to be more careful than I really want to. Should I be keeping this stuff for crafting, or is this literally just like trade goods? I haven't been called upon to use any of my hides yet, and I can always kill more boars, right? This'll be fine. Where are those, like... These are ingredients. Yeah, this is just all gonna be like... This stuff's useful. Okay, incredible purchase. I see. Perception is important on her. She's already got low accuracy. We're gonna give this to the wizard. You're gonna look a little silly, buddy, but... Okay, I said you're gonna look a little silly. You look a lot silly, but now you're real smart, so it's okay. You don't feel smart, but you are, I promise. Look, Durance is just wearing one of those for free, man. You could be like Durance. There we go. Let's hide that face a little bit better, yeah? You know what? Let's give the whole front. I can't. But you know what? This helmet doesn't even do anything. Let's just let his luscious locks flow free. There we go. Beautiful blonde man, our perfect specimen, our Ubermensch, our... Durance, you hide that. Okay. I'm not going to continue joking in that direction. Hey guys, I'm back from the market. Went a little crazy without you. Listen, we gotta go to the bar, apparently. We're looking for a knife for a child. It's very important stuff. Screw all this fate of the world. Screw all this Watcher nonsense. This child needs a knife. And that's my everything right now. How much flavor text this child's knife is gonna have. Are you guys adventurers? You're kind of adventurer coded, but I think I got like, yeah. You're not chattable. Yo. You guys buy a knife? Whoa, a commoner and a noble hanging out with a bot. Man. Nothing loosens the tongue like a good pint. Are you here for some words of wisdom too? You hear this guy? Mad, I tell ya. Oh, you're mad at someone? Is this someone that you bought a knife with? Oh, camera! A woman sits by herself, spinning something on the table in front of her and watching it with furious intensity. It's about the size of a coin, and it wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. She snatched it up with one hand and slams a half-empty cup down the table with the other. This is not a good time. Karna, Perse wanted me to find you. She's still looking suspiciously. She noticed a purple and bruise is blossoming on her cheekbone. Oh? And what does that brute want to tell me? This isn't a lie. This is all true. I'm just leaving out the drugs. This sounds like a crazy lie, though. It's okay. The guy that beat you, he was actually a crazy wizard in disguise. Your boyfriend is a drug dealer, though. She deserves to know the truth. She covers her mouth with her hand, shocked. Pernix? My Pernix is a Svef dealer. If I didn't know you for an honest woman, do you know me to be an honest? She brings her fist down the table, sloshing her drink. Damn it! How could I trust him after something like this? That he's lied to me for this long. She runs her hand through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should just be glad I found out about this before the wedding. He still loves you. Right now he needs your help and forgiveness. If it's a deal breaker for you, there's nothing wrong with that. But, like, maybe just, you know... drug dealers need love, too. Perhaps you're right. If he's willing to give it up, we can work this out. Seems worthwhile to give him a chance, anyway. Oh, and take this. She unclasped something from her neck. Picked up from one of the merchants trying to help send me in a firm direction. I'll be fine without it now. Unwavering resolve added to inventory. Party gains 2,000 experience. That would be a good chunk, right? Oh, that would have definitely been the screen. Okay. We need another, like, 3,013, so it's gonna be a little while. I must have, like, just leveled up. Intellect 2, Resolve 1. Yes, please. Who needs a cape? Literally, though, who needs a cape? You, definitely. You're a tank. You need a cape. Like, we're really neglecting the itemization of, like, most of our party, huh? This isn't BG3. They don't just throw 8 million magic items at you right from the start. Alright, we gotta work for our shit. We gotta work for our shit. Okay, adventurers. 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 Oh, yeah, Brad. That's an adventurer's fucking name. What a Brad. Yeah, we're good. Yo, is anyone...
Nice and quiet.
Is anyone looking? Yo, I'll take some sugar.
Let's see what's in here.
Sugar. Oh, honey, honey, you were my
That'll do it.
chest of loot. Now I know I'll be Spirit Vein and Vessel Bane. Okay, okay. Simple wooden ring is orange and gray, and it glows when you're not wearing it. The ring's actual history is more speculation than fact. While all sources agree that it is owned by Errol of Levi, and that you acquired it in a period of exile, some differ on particulars of how you got it. Some say it was a gift from one of the gods, and others say it was the boon of a pact he made with a wicked power. I say it's a cool item for someone to equip. Probably not the wizard, but... So, Ring of Nuke Undead, huh? We'll wear it for now and give this ring to a tank. Boop. That should be helpful.
Just say the word.
Maybe they're upstairs? Yo, Bish.
Gods keep you.
You know anything about a March Steel Dagger? Looks like that crossed my road, that's for sure. He comes to and count it up. I would wager someone would here to... Well, I wouldn't wager against someone here having a blade like that. Check upstairs. Other group had that way not too long ago, carrying plenty of steel. Alright, cool. Do you sell camp supplies? You know, it's not really a refreshment, but yeah. One, please. Thank. I have no other needs of your services, though. I'm going to do a shorter stream today, but I don't know if an hour and a half. That's way too short. Okay, I feel like this is going to turn into a fight. Look at these guys. Two-Tone Weaksel, Dreadshot Dayton. These don't sound like the kind of guys who are just going to hand over a dagger. Darden is busy filing a spur of a small round bullet. The burling armor raises a hand in greeting. Nifl nods at you, a pint in one hand and a mace slung over her shoulder. The old woman nods at you, a cup of wine in one hand and a scepter across her lap.
Greetings.
An Orlan man relaxes his feet propped on the table. Patches of dark brown skin peek out from a full mane of blue-green hair. He and the Orlan woman with him exchange laughs and comments as a trio at a nearby table, and he spins a dagger in his hand. His hazel's eyes watches you. You look like you've seen a night or two in the wilds. Joining us for a drink? Who are all of you? The name's Two-Tone Weaksel. The lady next to me is Key. We had our fun with the expeditions. We're hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet. For the next few weeks, anyway. The man at your table nods at you. I'm Dreadshot Dayton. This is Hardy and Ilfa. We were a band of separate expedition teams. We both suffered losses and decided to band together. He takes several items out of his fingers. Beasts, barbarians, beowalks. It's dangerous times to be an adventurer, but a prosperous one, too. At the next table, Dayton raises his glass. And here's to many more prosperous journeys. Something else you wanted? Did you buy a March Steel Dagger from Igrin? He displays the blade in a flat palm. I did, and a fine piece it is. I don't know of any more circulating in the city. Outside the steel and the Crucible Keep, of course. I was trying to get it for a kid named Gordy. A kid? This isn't a toy, you know. Get him a wooden sword. Come on, Weaksel. If a friend here is willing to pay, what's the harm? Plenty, actually. The kid will probably poke his eye out. Besides, I plan to use this dagger. How much would it take for you to change your mind? There's the blade and light admire it. Seeing as the sudden demand for this, 100 pans seems fair. Demand isn't as high as you'd think. Chances are good that dagger was stolen or looted off one of the nights. In that case, the probably doing you a favor. Can't be too careful on the authorities these days, especially as an Orlan. Fine, I'll sell it, but not for less than 50. I'm getting my money back at the very least. Yeah, seems like a good deal. Hands you the dagger hilt first. Pleasure doing business with you. He even handed me the knife in the appropriate way. Oh man. Okay, these are good people after all. I don't know why I just assumed they were sketchy. Oh my god, am I racist against Orlans? Do I just see an Orlan and just assume? Oh no.
Let's see what lies this.
I'll have this open in no time. As promised.
Oh my god, this is a count of stealing. I don't know how, but... The chest was in a public place, okay? This is a public inn. And then nobody can be held responsible for the loss of goods and services in a public inn. Goods and valuables. Okay, Lexcanium McCrege, Dash Oki, and Bor Archia. Yeah, I'll read this. You see a firm hand scribing notes from an ancient, surprisingly sturdy-looking tome. Script precise, pictures but small but clear. The monk runs his fingers across the paper lightly, page after page, searching for something. The script is ancient, almost illegible. But he perseveres, scrawling stacks and sheaves of notes, transcribing the book into something more comprehensible. Suddenly, he starts scribbling hastily, eyes wild, pen a-blur, across the newly ink-splattered page. With a start, he pushes out from the desk and closes the tome, sending waves of dust to coast around the room. He grins widely. He hurries to the exit, notes piled under his arm, and a new adventure on his mind. You see a man praying soundlessly on the ground, lips moving to some ancient unknowable hymn. Lying in his hands, his sword spurts into blinding white light, banishing the darkness around him instantly to lurk in corners and shelves. He opens his eyes slowly, continuing a silent prayer as he adjusts to the new light, his face tight with concentration. He stands and begins to move deliberately toward an enormous iron door. Strange symbols inscribed upon its rusty surface. His prayers get louder, gain sustenance as he gets closer. Blue eyes burn with fervor as the glowing tip of the sword touches the center of the door and slides through. White light spreads across its surface, symbols flaring into life as the paladin chants. A gentle tone sounds, ringing through the ancient structure, and the door begins to open. The symbols have disappeared along with the rust, and the paladin steps through into places unknown, bearing a light he only now beginning to understand. You see a grin slide across the face of a man and onto the face of a woman younger still than he. She moves closer in the tallow light, sure and slow, tasting the anticipation on his tongue and the desire on hers. The candle gutters, sending yellow-brown light sneaking across his multifaceted eyes. She sits back, now all too aware of his luminescent horns and dust-stamped blue skin. His otherness leaves her breathless, but from fascination or horror you cannot tell. He reaches across a hand, trailing the line of her jaw, sibilant whispers snaking through the air, tempting, cajoling. Something in her breaks, and his grin slides back as he ascends a tongue to lick the curve of her throat, pausing a hair's breadth from her flesh. The thing we spoke of. Your husband? I shouldn't. He'd be ruined. A faint protest. The man waves his forefinger at her, tisking playfully, tracing a line with his finger down the length of her torso, causing her to writhe. He stops it just short. She gasps. No fair. That's cheating. She pouts, childlike. Not if we make the rules. The man winks, and he resumes his stroke. Okay, he's getting a little heavy in there. I don't really understand if these are supposed to be like the past lives of these people, the current lives of these people. It was definitely describing his appearance as a godlike during that little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that one. It's just a play note. Man, no one here wants to actually have a goddamn conversation. You see a group of people standing clear on a patch of earth, surrounded by several motionless bodies. On the ground in the middle of the group is a small figure, curled to protect itself from the kicking feet of the people standing around it. This woman is there, apart from the group, holding an enormous sword. She leans on it, using it almost like a crutch, hunching over and breathing heavily. I mean, weapons usually are crutches to the people wielding them. If you weren't a cowardly little bitch, you'd use your fists. She stares at the people and grunts, pulling herself upright and lifting the sword from the ground. She draws in a large breath, leans into a run, and quickly closes the distance between herself and the group. A blood-chilling howl suddenly explodes from her. The mob freezes mid-kick, and stares at the terrifying bull of a woman now charging it. She jumps at the last second, bending slightly, turning herself into a projectile flying in the middle of the people assaulting the figure on the ground. Everybody topples as she flies into them. She hits the ground beyond them, rolling, leaping back up, and turns to face them. She plants both her feet and lifts her sword, surveying the field. Suddenly, she spins on her heel, swinging her sword with savage grace, cutting down the nearest of the assailants. Letting herself get pulled into the momentum of the spin, she brings the sword around, blade sideways, into the head of her would-be opponent. The moment the hilt shatters his temple, and he crumples to the ground at her feet. She looks up, rage-filled eyes on the remaining two men to approach. After a quick sideways glance at each other, they turn heel and run. One briefly looks back over his shoulder, ensuring she isn't following him. She slowly lets out the breath she had been holding, and walks over to help the figure still huddled on the ground. So are you that bullied boy? As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence. You reach out to the soul, blah 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 blah. You see a man standing on his dock. Sailors, soldiers, and prostitutes swarm around him, but he's watching the ship disappearing over the horizon. He should be glad his men didn't take his life along with his ship, but failure is almost as bad as death for Avalion, and the gods only know he hadn't fared any better in his family's mercantile business. It's almost a relief to see the last herald of his failure sail into the distance, sparing him the need to go back to his father and admit defeat once again. Besides, with sharp wits and an eye for opportunity, there's always a chance for a comeback. He pulls a flask from his hip and takes a long drink. There'll be time for that later. He adjusts the flap of his eye patch and finds the tower of the brothel. He plots a new course for the evening. A grin on his face. Very distractible man. I could see why he didn't do well in business. Probably hoard all of his profits away instead of reinvesting. Y'all have fun. You're a fucking hero and you're a scoundrel. Match made in hell. She deserves better, man. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So give a kid a knife. Watch him stab his eye out. It'll be a good time. In all seriousness, though, I've seen kids do pretty good with knives. Well, okay. Yes, my nephew did stab himself with that knife he got for Christmas that year, but he's been very good with it ever since. You learn the first time you stab yourself how to handle a knife. It's kind of part of the process. I didn't stab myself. One of my very first knife cutting experiences, I went right down to the bone while cutting a lime. Gordy? Do you get it? Do you have the dagger? Can I see it? I have this dagger right here. Toss him the dagger, or... Sounds bouncing and stares at it, gaping in awe. He snatches it out of the air, heedless of anything else. He yanks it out of his sheath and holds the blade up to the light. I'm gonna be just like a Crucible Knights. He saws and chops at the air. He lifts the weapon into the air and grabs the hilt, almost slicing his palm open in the process. His eyes dart away from yours as he shoots the dagger. That kid is going to hurt himself bad. So about that secret. He puts his hand in his mouth and whispers loudly. I saw one of the actors hide something under a loose stone near the theater. Probably nothing as good as a Mert steel dagger, though. Thanks for telling me, Gordy. Bye. Okay. Yeah, I'm always ready to visit the theater. I wonder if it was impossible to find that without him telling you, or if, like...
Found it!
Sick. Amethysts. Some kind of liquor that gives you heightened alertness. Oh, I thought this was a spider. Okay, it's scarab figurine. Summons 3 wooden beetles. Can be used once per rest. This wooden beetle has a large, lifelike, detailed carving in the shell. Tiny barbs stretched to his legs and it's full of them. Okay, sick. Let's equip it to our ranger then. I did not put it in the fucking storage, did I? There it is. Ranger, you have a new summon. Congratulations. Use it once per rest, so use it well.
Yeah.
Oh. Finished in 1 hour. Why did it ping me then? Taxes collected. Lost money to bandits, but earned money. Nothing new, nothing new, nothing new, nothing new. And wait, when do these turns happen? On the 17th, on the 18th, on the 15th, on the 14th. So on turn 4... No, turn 1, turn 2 happened. We did our first few constructions. Turn 3, we started our next construction. Turn 4, turn 5. Interesting. I wonder what triggers these turns to happen. Is it like certain amounts of in-game time? Or is it based on like event flags? Scene transitions maybe? Crumbled leaves, loaves, and shredded flyers float over the waters. Crumbled loaves of what? Surely bread would just disintegrate into nothing. I'm feeling that was supposed to be leaves, but... The first fires. Take you 15 minutes. I'll take a little walksy walk. Paladins mix the support of offensive and support abilities. Paladins themselves are as soon as effect eyes near them. Dark rotation's always cool. Alright, so what am I dealing with here? We got the Palace, Brackenbury, Temple of... Interesting. So does it connect to the Catacombs? Andra's Gift, the Valian Embassy, Heritage Hill. Okay, so we can get to pretty much anywhere in the city from here. I don't know why I wanted to go to Andra's Gift. Do I have, like... Brackenbury Sanitarium... In Crucible Keep... Ask... Time Endurance... Records Archive... In the Ducal Palace. Okay. So let's go progress Eddar's quest then. I don't really know how long he's gonna be in the party. I feel like if I get like a frontliner that's even slightly more interesting.
Politics, infighting, greed, and a shrine to Margaret as well. Her clergy belongs there.
I could think of at least 3 charms, but let's find out what the other 9 are. You see a small mobile stall covered in various goods and sundries. This woman is standing next to it, engaged in a lively discussion with a man who is holding one of the items she is selling. She has a light, friendly countenance, and is trying to explain to the man how to control the item. He moves his hand around the top of it, and then mutters what sounds to be gibberish. After several attempts, he growls, and thrusts the item back at her, and starts to turn away. She stops him with a hand on his shoulder, and holds up the item in front of his face. She traces a finger over top of it, slowly and distinctly repeating the same phrase over and over. Come for me, come for me. The object suddenly lights up, shining as brightly as a torch. The man's face brightens as well, and he looks at her expectantly. She runs 2 fingers down the side of the object, and the light extinguishes. She hands it back to him and takes her place behind, guiding his hands as she whispers the words to say in his ear. Many failed attempts later, the man is able to light the object on every try. Elated, he hands it back to her as she makes her way behind the cart. While he searches for appropriate coin, she places the item on a shelf under the backside of the cart, and replaces it with another from a small box next to it. Money and goods are exchanged, and she watches the man leave, satisfied with his purchase. Then she scans the crowd, looking for her nest mark. He plays the long game, man. She fucking spends all this time teaching him to use this magic item. As soon as he figures out how it works, she makes the fucking swap. Man. It's a long fucking training sesh to offer for free for what's ultimately a scam. You see a man preaching, his voice washing over a small crowd of eager acolytes. He speaks of tolerance and of self-reliance, of pain and of beauty. The crowd nods agreement clear on their transparent faces, and the preacher frowns. He continues speaking of the importance of anger, the strength of hatred and frustration. His frown deepens, they nod, enraptured. He calls forth one of their number, an older man. It is safe, the preacher says. No harm shall come to him. Smiling, the man walks forward into the preacher's embrace. A shudder rocks his frame as he pushes away, a thin stiletto through his chest. He falls to the ground and does not breathe long. The crowd groans, confused. The preacher's face is dark with rage. Do not trust blindly, he says. Do not take the word at its face. Terrible things lie beneath, and you must be prepared before you see the truth. The crowd thins. The body remains. The preacher silent. A few remain to listen. To them, he smiles. Get the fuck away from these two. Both of them will ruin our lives, and admittedly, at least the way that 12 Charms does it would be fun, but hey man, are we like allowed in here and stuff? We belong to for a formal knighthood. We gotta help our boy Eder out. He's got things he needs to know. He needs to know you are not him. His life's not you. Hey, Sidley. Yep.
Good day, stranger.
What's the Ducal Palace? This is the seat of government here in Defiance Bay. This is where Duke Admeth Hadrick declared freedom from the Adrian rule some 150 years ago. Also a hotbed of regional politics. Trust me, the gossip here beats so they find any tavern or brothel in the city. Underwoodian politics. The changes too quick can be worth keeping up with. Further straight up conversations in the tavern started inconspicuously in the palace corridors. Who are you? You're a page. Great. What goes on here? Advisory stuff. What about the Shrines of Magrin? Protection of Defiance Bay. Cool, cool, cool. Record storage. Mostly dull official stuff. Census counts, tax records, militia reports. I keep my distance. Got curious one day and got drafted into reshelving half the records. Worst day of my lives. Is there a hearing going on? How to address the legacy? Isn't that when all the people are born without souls? Yeah. Why is Animancy so controversial? Personal things crime against the gods, questionable grounds. Risky, no personal when Swedes are only shot at restoring healthy birth. It helped that the Animancy research often was unmade relics that were illegally looted from Latham. Hollowborn, you really are fresh from the road. Hollowborn are children born without souls. They don't often live very long. Those who generally receive treatment from the Animancers. What do you think? I think the real danger of Animancy is a real scholar with an expensive fake. We get news case here every day. Some poor couple in the gift or copperlings when every copper they had in America if they're more child never works. Breaks your heart, usually nothing we can do for them. Play about the current duck. Egrin, Wolfgrin, the fully rare ducks have been elected since the independence. Some find duck Abrin rather coarse, he's a frontier noble. First, I think a rough and tumble types of Defiance Bay needs. Cool. We are here for records, we are not here for conversations. We will still have conversations as we stumble into them. Oh, hey, Durance. This is your great horror, right?
Good day to you.
The woman's head is bowed. She lips move in prayer. Just as you approach, you catch a glimpse of a statue near her. She notices you and forces a smile. Praise be to Magrin and welcome to our temple. How may I be of service? You seem upset. What's wrong? It's just about the fires, isn't it? They're just symbols. You can't put your faith in them. Only symbols? Is that why you're so distressed? No, I just... I kept them burning steadily for 15 years, but I've been able to conjure them for months now. And people need to see them now more than ever. What does that mean? It's my devotions and prayers that keep them lit. But lately, when I try to pray, all I can think about is the Hollowborns all over the city. The grieving families, the refugees. How could Magrin allow us to suffer like this? What strength do we gain from a soulless child? Durance grunts with disdain. What strength do we gain from adversity? From trials and tests? The fires don't wither because she lacks in faith. They wither because she doesn't understand how to be faithful to a whore. A whore wants neither praise nor devotion. A whore wants to be compensated for her services. And Megrin is paid and pleasured in sweet struggle and pain. This mewling imbecile is unworthy of Megrin's womanly heat. Jesus fucking Christ. And this has shaken your faith? But I believe Megrin may be speaking to me again. Lately I've been seeing visions. A place in the wilderness with pools filled with sunbursts of color. Strange falls that seem to rise to the heavens even while they splash into the earth. And behind the falls is a cave, filled with fire and heat and danger, and some token of my goddess. I know there's something there, but where is it? Or how I'd get there? She shakes her head. I mean to ask around at the expedition hall to see if anyone recognizes the description. To be honest, though, I don't even know what I'd do if I found the place. Worthless, like so many of Magrin's flock, afraid of her god's tests. If Magrin speaks to her, it is to hasten the end of a hypocrite's life, and the vision is certainly a death trap for the weak. What's the significance of the pyres? They symbolize Magrin's power and guidance, and right now the people of Defiance Bay need to be assured of her presence. She crosses her arms, staring at the statue. Her neighbors in the Valiant Republic see us as superstitious, but we're sensitive to the signs and warnings of the gods. Okay, this is by far the most Durance dialogue I've gotten so far. What the fuck, man? He's given a big, like, struggle like I have energy. I guess that's, you know, his relationship with his goddess. Nobles. Just occurs. Hey, we can just let ourselves in, right? These are public tax records. Hey, buddy.
Gods keep you.
The actor a man with graying hair pours over a tome just rolling the shelves. He glances up to you with baggy eyes. Yes, is there something I can pull for you? I'm looking for militia records from the time of the Saints' War, trying to figure out what happened to someone. We have a number of inquiries with this information. I'm afraid we've had to bar access to the public. Seems there's quite a number of folks in Deerwood who bear ill will towards Red Serens. It would be irresponsible to surrender their names to just anyone. Many came here to settle as refugees. Perhaps if you were more established in Defiance Bay, things would be different. But I have no reason to suspect you to be any different from the others. We've come a long way. I just need to find out about my brother. I don't even know which side he fought for. You must understand, I have heard many such stories. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for you. So I guess we have to become more famous in the city? His story was almost shows very exciting concerns about vengeful Durance. So this would be different. My reputation in the city were stronger. Okay. So I journey around, I do quests, I make friends, and then we get a little bit of Durance's backstory as a reward. As a treat. Sick? Okay. The Western Barbasan just gives us more security. No, thank you. We should be making our security go up faster than our prestige, though, so maybe. Towers. Perception bonus, no thanks. Library lore bonus, no thanks. Dungeon could be neat. It would be cool to take prisoners. Takes 2 days, huh? The merchant seems useful too. Okay, this is just for decoration. Don't know what this does. Oh, wasn't there a botanical garden requires the Bailey? Where's the Bailey? Takes 2 days. Okay, let's we'll do the dungeons just cause that could be cool. And then we'll do the Bailey, and then we can start knocking off. I don't plan to rest back there very often, right? We're not going to be in the area very much. So the stuff that's going to give us passive bonuses, like the Botanical Garden's good. I don't really need all these, like, bonuses and shit. This is cool, though. Okay. Dungeons, I've decided. I want prisoners.
Light, flame, and sound.
It'll really enhance our ability to do, like, non-lethal quest options, right? See if anyone wants to chat over here. I see, there's something going on in there. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, we'll kind of, like, close this door.
I'll go on ahead.
Sick. Quick save before I make any crazy mistakes here. Yo, it's so cool though. Yo. The rest of these can just be stowed away. Okay, I gotta enchant the. I can't enchant the helmets. I think I already had this realization. Yeah, unenchantable. Now that's a motherfucking helmet. To the point where I kind of want to wear it. But stats though. God, now I just need like a perception might thing. I'm gonna be kitted out. Oh, put all your shit on the bar, shall we? I'm not even using any of these traps, huh? Wait, she's got survival skill, right? She should be using the traps. Hold on. She's a motherfucking ranger. What am I doing? This here. Okay, well now I can just have fucking stacks upon stacks upon stacks of lockpicking tools. Fill the whole damn inventory with lockpick tools. Why not? We are true adventurers, baby. Stack the stuff that should be stacked. Been sitting. It's been here for years now. 4 years now. There's one thing they tell me. It's almost time to end the stream. I really gotta sleep, but I wish I didn't have to. I really want to play this game more. Maybe I'll do like an extra special bonus Saturday stream or something, so I get to play more of this. Because I don't work tomorrow night for some reason. I probably shouldn't talk too much about my work schedule now that I think about it, but yeah. I am excited. I'm gonna get so much sleep. Maybe do so much streaming. But alas, I think we should probably call it here. Well, let's zone off into Heritage Hill. Sounds so boring. I can't go to a place called Heritage Hill. It's so like, I was gonna say Victorian home coded, but I guess all the, it just seems like the kind of place where you're not allowed to make any changes to a house, and it's like crippling and crushing to live there. Sure. See a trio of Orlans, bright and gaudy, their instruments and weapons as they compete with one another in brutal disharmony. Find them to perform as roll and jump and gesture, keep flashing its exquisite sharpness as they enact some bizarre pantomime. The smallest one moment seemingly a child, and the next an old man, thrusts obscenely at the crowd, eyes glazed behind his rictus grin. The crowd jostles uncomfortably as displayed, the satisfaction in their midst. The money is thrown, and praise is given for seeing as their display. The crowd disperses uneasy, and the man-child's grin grows obscene as he watches them go. I don't know what any of that's about. I don't like it. We're getting the hell out of this neighborhood. This place is too preppy for me. I can't fucking handle these ritzy-ass bastards. We're getting the fuck out of here.
All these circling feet heading nowhere.
That's a lot of fucking building for an embassy, bro. You're basically saying they're almost as important as you in this country. I've never been to an embassy, as you can all tell. I don't know what they're like. Let's travel over to Onder's gift, and next game we'll begin to unpack what a gift that is. I've been Alex Alchin, Altune, whatever the heck you want to call me. Thanks so much for giving me just a moment of your time. To all the chatters, the lurkers, and the VOD watchers alike, I thank you for coming and giving this tiny little channel a chance. If you want to help this channel grow bigger, then you can do all of the YouTube thing. You know, the things, the subscriptions, the comments, the likes, all that. I don't gotta harp on it. Thanks for coming and giving me your time today. Good night.